You have been told that blood is thicker than water, that your family is your ultimate safe haven. You were raised to believe that your family are the only people who will have your back unconditionally. That is the most dangerous lie you have ever been forced to swallow. Here is the truth nobody in your bloodline will say out loud. The most dangerous threats in your life are not coming from strangers. They are seated at your dinner table. A stranger has to guess where you are vulnerable. Your family has the exact coordinates. They have spent years, sometimes decades, learning precisely which words stop you, which memories shrink you, and which obligations keep you compliant. 5 centuries ago, Niccolo Machiavelli watched princes lose everything, not to enemy armies, not to external rivals, but to the people who passed them bread at dinner. He documented the mechanics of this betrayal with surgical precision. He understood that the knife that ultimately destroys a man is never coming from the front. It is held by the hand he trusted most. Today, we name 5 specific people operating inside your bloodline right now. 5 archetypes Machiavelli identified, and that psychology has since confirmed. By the time we are done, you will never look at your family dynamics the same way again. And that clarity, as uncomfortable as it is the beginning of your sovereignty. Number 1. The envious sibling, the competitor at your table. Your biggest enemy is not someone across the street. It is the person who shared your childhood, the sibling, the cousin, the one who started from the exact same baseline as you, the same house, the same schools, the same opportunities, and watched you begin to pull ahead. Here is what most people never understand about this dynamic. To the competitor at your table, your success is not a victory for the family. It is a direct and agonizing indictment of their own failure. Every time you level up, every time you increase your income, sharpen your discipline, or build something they cannot, you are unintentionally destroying every excuse they have for staying exactly where they are. You are the living proof that their stagnation is a choice, and for that, they will never truly forgive you. Watch how they operate. They never attack you directly. Open confrontation would expose them. Instead, they wage a quiet campaign of erosion. In group settings, the moment you start gaining respect or commanding the room, they will reach into your past and pull out a moment of weakness, a childhood failure, an old embarrassment, a financial struggle from years ago. They frame it as a joke. They call it keeping you humble, but their intent is surgical. They are attempting to re-anchor your identity to the version of you that was small, uncertain, and under their control. When you land the promotion, the investment, the relationship that changes your life, you go to them hoping for a genuine acknowledgement. What you receive instead is a lecture about luck, a warning about how success changes people, or a quiet reminder of the last time you failed. They will attribute your results to everything except your own discipline. They are gaslighting your history. They are trying to convince you that you are a fraud, so they do not have to admit they are a failure. The solution is not confrontation. The solution is opacity. Stop giving them data. When they ask how you are doing, things are moving along. When they ask about your plans, still figuring it out. When they probe for weakness, give them nothing. Become the person they cannot read, the mystery they cannot solve, the sibling they cannot measure themselves against. They cannot diminish what they cannot see. Number 2, the entitled parent, an architect of your guilt. This one is harder to name because this is the person who gave you life, and everything you have been taught since birth tells you that love from a parent is the one pure and unconditional thing in this world. But for some of you watching this, that has never been your reality, and you have been carrying the weight of that truth without the language to describe it. Your parents did not raise you to be free. They raised you to be a support system for their own identity. To this parent, your success is communal property. something they are entitled to access and take credit for. But your failures are yours alone. They are the primary architects of the sacrifice myth, using the years they spent providing the literal baseline of parenthood as a high-interest loan they intend to collect on for the rest of your life. Machiavelli observed that a ruler must fear those who feel they have a right to his resources more than any external enemy. The entitled parent operates on exactly this logic. They want you just successful enough to provide for them, but just dependent enough to still need their guidance. Your independence is not celebrated. It is perceived as a personal assault. Watch the pattern. The moment you make a significant move, relocating for an opportunity, choosing a partner they cannot control, setting a boundary they did not approve, they do not attack the decision directly, they attack your character. You are becoming arrogant. You have forgotten where you came from. You are abandoning the family. And precisely when you are about to leave, a health crisis emerges. A family emergency erupts that only you can solve. They are manufacturing a hostage situation. They would rather watch you work a mediocre life within their reach than see you become something extraordinary beyond it. Machiavelli was ruthless on this point. A leader who is still answering to his private house can never rule a public state. You are currently a divided sovereign. Half of your mind is on your mission, and the other half is constantly scanning for their approval. That division is why you are stalling. Stop trying to explain your boundaries to them. You cannot use logic to dismantle a belief system built entirely on emotion and entitlement. When you offer an explanation, you are offering a negotiation. You are signaling that your independence is up for debate. It is not. Stop asking for permission to be an adult. Accept that the price of your freedom is their permanent disappointment. And understand that their disappointment in you simply means you have finally stopped being something they can control. Number 3. The spy with a concerned smile. The most dangerous person in your family is not the loudest one. It is the one sitting quietly across from you with a warm expression and an open ear, listening to everything you say and mentally filing every word for later use. This is the information broker, the self-appointed intelligence agency of the bloodline. They present themselves as the neutral party, the peacemaker, the good listener, the one who just wants everyone to get along. But in the cold mechanics of power, there is no such thing as a neutral party. There is only the person gathering data and the person giving it away. And every time you sit down with this individual and exhale, you are the one giving it away. Every secret you share, every struggle you confess, every plan you mention in confidence is treated by this person as social currency. They are not keeping your secrets. They are holding them in inventory until the market price is right. Machiavelli understood this precisely. The courtier who brings you news of others is always carrying news of you back to them. Watch how they approach you. They never come with an attack. They come with a question that sounds like concern. I heard you have been stressed lately. Is everything okay? You know I am always here if you need to talk. They make you feel heard for the first time in months. And because you are lonely, because the rest of the family is exhausting, you let your guard down. You tell them about the debt you are managing, the argument with your partner, the business that is struggling. The moment those words leave your mouth, you should feel what a man feels when he realizes he has just handed a loaded weapon to someone standing directly behind him. The solution is simple and permanent. Adopt a need-to-know basis for every member of your bloodline. If you are not prepared for the entire family to know something, do not tell the broker. Treat every conversation with them as a press conference. Give them the official version. Things are good, work is busy, life is moving forward. Give them 0 data points. If they cannot find a hook, They will move on to a more cooperative target, become the most boring person in their world. Number 4. The parasite who calls it love. This is the family member whose name appearing on your phone produces a specific sensation in your chest before you even read the message, because you already know what it contains. A crisis, a request, an emergency that somehow always arrives at the exact moment your own life is finally gaining momentum. You have helped them before, many times. You have given money, time, emotional energy, second chances, third chances, fourth chances. You have told yourself that they just need one real opportunity, that with the right support they will finally turn things around. But here is what years of pattern have been trying to tell you. They never turn things around, because turning things around is not their actual goal. The crisis is not a problem to be solved. Machiavelli wrote that men shrink from no less danger than being consumed by their own desire to be loved. You have been giving because you wanted to be seen as loyal, as the one who did not abandon family when things got hard. But look at the pattern with cold eyes. Their crises always coincide with your stability. When you have resources, they have emergencies. When you are at peace, they need you. This is not coincidence, this is a system, and you are the engine that keeps it running. Watch what happens after you help. The gratitude fades almost immediately. The calls stop once the crisis passes. They disappear entirely until the next emergency arrives. You are not a family member to them. You are a resource, and resources are used, not loved. You should offer presence but not rescue. Advice but not funding. You let them sit in the full weight of their own choices long enough to feel motivated to change them. They will call you cold. They will tell the family you abandoned them. Let them. Your momentum is worth more than their approval. Your future is worth more than their comfort, and their gratitude, as you already know, was never going to last anyway. Number 5. The narrator. This is the one nobody talks about, because this one is the hardest to see. The competitor attacks you, the entitled parent guilts you, the broker exposes you, the parasite drains you. But the narrator does something more subtle and more permanent than all of them combined. The narrator decides who you are. Every family has one. The person who has appointed themselves the unofficial historian of the bloodline. They control the stories. They decide which version of you gets told at gatherings, which failures get remembered, and which successes get minimized. Who is the family's pride, and who is the cautionary tale? They have never held a formal position of authority. They do not need one. They have something more powerful, the trust of everyone around them, and the patience to use it slowly. Machiavelli understood that the most effective political weapon is not force, it is narrative. The person who controls what people believe controls what people do. The narrator controls what your family believes about you. And because their attacks are never direct, they are almost impossible to defend against. Every attempt to correct the record makes you look defensive. Every objection confirms the narrative they have already planted. The only response that works is the same one that works against all 5 of these archetypes. You stop feeding the system. You become selectively present. You let your actions speak in spaces where their words cannot reach. And you accept that some people in your bloodline will always hold a version of you that is outdated, distorted, and entirely wrong. That version is not you, and their belief in it has no power over what you are actually building. Here is what connects all 5 of these people. They are not operating from hatred. Most of them genuinely believe they love you. But love without self-awareness becomes control. Love without boundaries becomes extraction. Love that cannot survive your growth was never unconditional. It was contingent on you staying a size they could manage. You are not required to cut these people out of your life. You are required to see them clearly, because a man who sees the game being played around him, even inside his own bloodline, cannot be moved by it the same way. He adjusts, he protects, he builds. He stops being the easiest person in the room to manipulate and starts being the most difficult. The war for your autonomy is happening right now, whether you name it or not. The people closest to you have already made their moves. Now you know what those moves are. Now it is your turn. Stay cold, stay calculated, stay ahead.